What makes a hero is how they face their adversary. Courage isn't just about facing the dangers or monsters, it's about standing for your convictions and protecting the people you care about. Hello heroes, and welcome back to Heroes Shadow, where we dive deep into our favourite heroes' minds. Today we reflect on how Uncharted can inspire you to take the plunge and add a little more excitement to your day-to-day life. Sit tight and buckle up as we jump into it. Everyone has a hero in them, and many heroes have stories born out of hardship and times of loss. We might only know Nathan as the young, average bartender from New York. But what we might have not realized was that deep down within him was a spark that could inspire and change everything in his life. A spark waiting to be unraveled into a life-changing and action-filled adventure. After becoming orphans, two brothers, Nathan and Sam, get caught trying to steal a map. Sam gets kicked out from the orphanage. In order to avoid being sent to the juvenile jail, Sam sneaks out to be on his own, but promises Nate he'll return, and leaves him with nothing but a letter, lighter, and a ring belonging to their ancestor. In this video, we'll explore how Nathan rewrote his own destiny, discovering courage and accomplish his dreams, and goes from a mere onlooker to a courageous adventurer. Stick around till the end, as we'll be going over how you too can step out of your comfort zone, fight the resistance to take risks, and to finally showcase the hero you truly are. Let's proceed. 15 years after Sam left, Nate now works as a bartender in New York City and pickpockets wealthy customers. He joins with Sully to discover a map that indicates the location of a fortune of gold, which Sully and Sam try to find years back before their tragic separation. Chloe, another adventurer, gives the impression that Sully is hiding something regarding Sam, which makes Nate see Sully as untrustworthy and decides to walk the journey alone, leaving Sully behind. Sully finds Nate and explains that after he and Sam found Elkanah's diary, Braddock ambushed them. Sam was shot and Sully just about made it out alive. They arrive in the Philippines, where he finds the Magellan ships where the gold were hidden.
Pirate ship. Here's your gold you've been looking for.
They were attacked by Braddock and chased by the Philippines military, but together Nate and Sully fought to finally defeat Braddock and her gang once and for all. And it ends with Sam, who was presumed dead, sends Nate a new postcard, but in captivity. Heroes can be anyone at all, from an ordinary person whose courage leads them to something extraordinary, or a famous person who you know, or even a fictional character that you hope to emulate. But the most important thing of all is that there's a hero in each and every one of us, which leads us to the first lesson that can propel you to be more courageous. You can't truly know yourself until you're tested by the challenges of your own life. When you're faced with something new or uncomfortable, try to look at it from a different perspective and challenge yourself to find a solution that works for you, rather than following along with everyone else's expectations for how things should be done. Nate is approached by Sully, a fortune hunter who once collaborated with Sam in the search for wealth buried by the Magellan crew, and asks Nate to join him in his quest. Nate rejects his offer to embark on a journey too dangerous and too uncertain, as the challenge was too tough and risky. Besides, he already lost hope on the return of his brother. Here we see how easy it is to give up and how difficult it is to accept challenges, but not because of the challenges themselves, it's because of the way they're presented in itself. When you're faced with something new or challenging, you need to push yourself beyond your limits by taking risks and making mistakes along the way, and learning from them. Nate eventually has a change of heart and takes on a huge challenge by agreeing to assist Sully in finding the gold, as well as being ready to risk it all and fight for what truly matters to him, finding his brother. When you are facing fear, grow yourself beyond it. Fear is a powerful emotion that stands in the way of your success and happiness. It can keep you from reaching your goals, and it can keep you from living the life of your dreams. Fear can be overcome if you learn how to use it as fuel for a better you. You just have to make sure that you do not allow the fear to hold you back from taking action. This is something that will actually help you in the long run. A perfect instance is seen when on the plane to the Philippines. Nate had to face his fear when he confronted Joe, who shot his brother, even though he knew he was outnumbered and could have been easily killed by her men. Don't be afraid to take a fall. If you're going through something difficult in your life, don't be afraid to fall. In life, we all fall at times, but it's important to be able to fall down and get back up again. It's important to know that everyone has good days and bad days, and even though it seems like the bad days will never end, they do end eventually. After Nate and Chloe managed to find all they needed to get the treasure, he was betrayed after Chloe stole everything he had, took the map to Moncada, and was left with nothing. Do not be afraid to fall. There is no shame in failure. We can all learn from our mistakes and try again with even greater determination. This way, we won't fall for the same mistake, and we will always be steps ahead of our adversaries. This applies when Nate and Chloe discover the location of the treasure isn't indicated on the map, and that Sam's postcards offer hints about where the treasure is actually located. Nate follows it and succeeds, but after remembering his fall by Chloe and correctly suspecting her loyalty, he gives her fake coordinates. Seek out new challenges and put yourself in the way of greatness. In order to become great, one must first seek out new challenges. There really is no growth without a challenge. So if you want to achieve greatness, you need to put yourself in the way of challenges. You need to seek them out. Of course, this isn't always easy. It can be difficult to find the right challenges and even more difficult to face them head on, but it's worth it. Because when you do, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. So don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Embrace the opportunity to grow, and always remember, greatness is within your reach. By constantly pushing oneself to try new things and explore new horizons, one can open up a world of possibilities and discover hidden talents and abilities. We see how courage can surprisingly lead to an overall personality transformation and growth. Nate and Sully became changed men after the series of events. The once selfish Sully sacrificed his gold in order to save Nate, and they managed to escape, at least with a few pieces of pickpocketed loot before Philippine naval soldiers arrive. Greatness comes from taking risks and putting oneself in the way of success. So go out there and challenge yourself. Just surprise yourself with what you're capable of. A hero is someone who shows courage. Heroes inspire and motivate people, and being courageous is also about knowing yourself and being true to your values. It's about being able to stand up for who you are, even when it means going against the crowd. Here are the summaries of lessons learned so far. The choice that you make is enough in itself. Be courageous to make the move and correct your mistake. There is always someone who will fight for what you want if your desire is strong enough. Be strong and don't give up. You will face difficulties. Use them to define what you're going to do, instead of trying to avoid them. So whenever you feel like you're drowning in self-doubt and discouragement, just take a deep breath. Make a plan and execute it. It's important to keep moving. There's no reason to stay in one place or give up. It's important to keep taking risks and to keep trying new things. And it's also important to remember that you're not alone. You have a community that wants to support you. Reach out, and they will be there to help you. It's time to stop procrastinating. It might be scary, but it will pay off, so buckle your shoes and go for it. If you're still hearing this, it means that you've followed us to the end of this video and are one of our heroes. You're a great person. You are appreciated and loved. You are important, and you're not alone. Thank you as you subscribe and like our content. It helps other heroes find inspiration and hope in their darkest hour. We appreciate the support. We're grateful for the heroes, and the heroes are grateful for you. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Thank you for sharing our content. You are the best. Bye.